Hi everyone, this is super fun today. We're doing AC/DC and this is T.N.T. Oi, you've got to say oi. Such a funny track. And I was looking up just kind of beginner level AC/DC tracks because so many musicians quote AC/DC as being kind of one of the biggest artists that has influenced them. And this one is really, apart from the solo, about as easy as it gets. You've got three chords essentially. You've got your E minor, G with one finger, and then an A, the little bend, and that's most of how the song goes, because this later part is a rearrangement of that. So we'll get into it now. We'll start off with the intro and the first verse, because that's where things are kind of quite straightforward. The solo section later is a little bit more difficult, but we'll come to that. Something I just want to pause to say quite quickly as well is that when you listen to this track from the record version, it's slightly tuned down by, we've got it 25 cents. It's about a quarter of a tone tuned down, which makes it quite difficult to play along with the track if you're listening to it. But I have tuned a version for you here, and this is T.N.T, but just taken to standard tuning, so slightly tweaked up. You might find that that's useful if you're trying to play along with the track. So the intro starts off with this E power chord, which is simply the first finger here, and that's played for 4 bars. The whole band does that, and then you've got verse 1, which leads on from that, I should say, which sounds, I'll just play it through for you once, like this. And that's all you really need to do with verse 1. So let's just run through this sequence here to make sure we get it right. So E power chord, and then you play this G chord with the second finger. So you got this note, the G, and then you've got a little mute. So your fat finger mutes that next string, and then open. You can catch some of these other ones as well, followed by the A power chord. And then you do a little palm mute, followed by a bend up. Very cool, very straightforward as well. In the live version of the verse, by the way, it sounds more like this. There's an extra chord that's played slightly early. You only hear that in the live versions though, not on the album. Just a quick note to add in at this point, because I slightly forgot to do it when I was recording the video, but once you've played through that main verse riff 12 times, it comes around like a 13th time, as you can see just below here, and all you do is you play that E power chord followed by the G, and then you pause on the A, and you let that hold for a couple of bars, and that's just before you head in to the main chorus. So let's go on now to the chorus, and then you pause. So you've got essentially 4 notes, which are chords. So this A, G, which bend up, not really a chord, but it's kind of a G. And then you've got the E minor, followed by a dead pick, dead notes played together. And then you pause and you get. That's essentially it for the chorus. So that's played around 3 times, and on the 4th time you get this. That little bend on the G string very slow release, and that plays over the verse riff that comes around for the first time there underneath. You can rejoin it then if you want to fall back into it in verse 2. That's played around 9 times, and then the next bit goes like this. Drop back into the second chorus. And then of course, if you want to play along with it, you have to go oi, so you have to go oi, oi, oi. It's actually quite hard to do if you're playing at the same time. So that chorus 2 is played around 3 times like that. And then the last time you go. And then you're just about to jump into the solo. So just to remind you, the lead into the solo is and you've got this long bent note, and instead of letting it run like you've done previously, you replay it and make sure you the second time sort of play it as a full bend, even more of a full bend. I know I've written full twice, but the second time it's really kind of full. So first time, second time. So the next notes go like this. So just run through that sequence. So you've got a G with your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd, open, and then same run on the B string. And then there's 2 pull-offs here. So you're going to do a 2nd finger and a 3rd finger, and then obviously an open string. You can actually play the 5th fret instead if you prefer, if you like, but I'm pretty sure it's an open string from listening a few times. And then that those X's with the slide down represent a sort of neck slide to the bottom E string there. So one more time, a bit quicker. And while you're on that bottom string, use that time to bring your 3rd finger up to this D with the bends up to the E. Now the picking pattern here is kind of up to you. You can do an up pick. Or you can do what I've written out, which is a down pick. The reason I put the down pick is just to give you a variation, to be totally honest, because it's almost easier to play alternating strings when you're doing a down-up, because the pick is on the closer side, whereas if you do up-down, you find you're doing a lot more string hopping. So anyway, see what you think. I'd try the down, so vibrato there, then this pattern, and then obviously you can bar that 2nd finger. That's a really quick bend. And then once you've done that 14th up, it's a slower bend, that's a... So just take this bit really slowly because it's hard to hear on the album when it's played so quickly. So... and then you do an up, like that. So nice little pattern there, and then we're going to follow on to the next section here. So one more time, alternate picking by the way. Make sure you jump up to that 22nd fret. You can do it here on the 15th, on the E string. Sorry, on the 17th. But I've watched Angus Young play this live a few times and he jumps all the way up. It's worth saying as well, to get that vibrato on this note up here, you really kind of over-exaggerate the movement that you do. You can hear that on the record, and that's something that Jimi Hendrix does in Foxy Lady, actually. You probably know that song. You kind of just do that mad over-vibrato, and you can hear it on the string. It kind of catches all the other frets there, so that's what you're doing in that section. Then the chorus returns, which is very similar. There are no dead notes this time, as I've noted, so you literally get and then nothing else. Previously we've had this time it's just play that 7 times round, and then the last time you get this. And then you go to the outro section, which is something that sort of seems to gradually get faster and faster. So you play the power chord with the first finger, land on the 5th fret with your first finger on the B string, and bend that 7th up for a full. Then a full power chord, so 3 strings, with the F, and then move. F sharp, move. And then from that point, it's actually, you don't play the lower chords there. You just play the bent notes, which are the 11th fret. And then you do even quicker, so on the quaver, so it's the offbeat here, so it's like this. You go up as high as you can, and then you go up to the next string over. And I've written, there's almost no point tabbing what happens at this point in time, because it's just a lot of this, and then it ends on a on a power chord at the bottom like that. So with that, we have achieved AC/DC's T.N.T, one of the easier songs to play when it comes to the chorus and the verse. But you know, it's really taxed me because I'm sweating now because I've played it so hard for you. But I hope you enjoyed that. It's a lot of fun to play along with. Do check out the tab in the link down there. Do subscribe if you like AC/DC. We've done a few other videos, Back in Black, Highway to Hell. Check them all out, they're on the channel. If you want more Akadaka, become a member, suggest it, and we'll do it in a future video. But thanks for watching. We'll see you in another video. We're continuing our Appetite for Destruction series. Night Train is on the cards at the moment. That's going to be our next video after this. So check it out, and we'll see you again.